happy with everything that's going on. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Oh my god, we're back.
Can you believe, for one more time, for one night only.
One night only.
One night only.
Renewed for season 2.
I'm nude for season 2. You might wonder who has this husky voice, and it's not me, it's our special guest this week on Drag Lag. Yeah, we hit it.
I don't have any, Kyle Simon gave me that good tell us hookup. I voted for Christy Clark, girl.
Well, I'm so glad to welcome this liberal bathing beauty in front of us.
I don't know about bathing or beauty, but I'm here.
Supporting the developer lobby in the province.
The Dawn Diva herself, with a clip-on earring to match.
So, I don't know if you guys ever listened to a drag queen podcast, but we are always in full drag. Have you heard about this? You heard about this one?
Have y'all heard about this at home?
There's a concept behind the podcast and what it is. We're going to say
I want to see how long we can go until we say who you are.
Yeah, I was going to say, hold on.
I don't know, I like the mystery, and yes, I could be Jane Smoker.
It could be.
It could be, but the budget's a little higher.
It could be your favorite good time gal, Miss Kathy McMillan.
Oh, it's true.
Christine Baranski. It's me, Christy. It's me, Molly Bobbins. I'm here to give you the tea, the hot scalding tea, and why I still stand Iggy Australia.
You need to take that shit out of here, you dog-ass mole.
You call that a knife? This is a knife. Turn me on. Walked a mile in these Louboutins.
Boom, boom, boom.
There are times in life where we are humbled by a veteran of the industry, by a behemoth who reminds us
Behemoth?
And I'm talking size.
She's a size queen.
She's a size queen. Who tells us exactly why we do what we do and reminds us the beauty, the power, and the influence.
And we could not book Jaylene, but
We do have Kebby.
Kebra Thyme.
Kebra Thyme.
Kebra Thyme, aka Kebrietta, Kebra Messing, Debora Online, Kathy. I'm not anxiety. I am not anxiety, but thank you. Thank you so much.
No, but she's got a touch of it.
Yeah.
Little touch, little sprinkling, little fingering from
2019, everyone's nervous. Okay, that's it. That's what's happening.
Shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake.
Cocoa Puff, spin that pussy down.
That's right. Now, that's what I call a fucking intro. We could go into what drag lag is. Again, local drag.
Drag culture.
Drag culture told by locals, for locals.
It's a very for us by queens.
Exactly.
Fubuk.
That's a very fun little analogy. That's not even close to the word.
It's an anal OG.
Oh.
The OG anal.
OG.
Kebra Thyme.
Kebra Thyme.
the OG anal.
Yeah.
She brought anal to the masses.
When you were in diapers, I was also in diapers from all this anal I'm doing. Leakage, honey. Leaking. So nice of you to let me in this fancy
She's
chair.
loose and she's juiced, baby.
Oh my god. That was very funny, girl.
That hole's a Vitamix.
Blent.
Is that what it sounds like?
Please fuck me.
It's true.
No, please don't.
It does. I
Please
love
don't.
it. So seductive. It purrs. It hisses too.
It hisses.
Steam.
The steam clock.
The steam
I fucked the steam clock. I never came on the steam clock. I never would come on the steam clock. I never put my dick anywhere near the steam clock, but I would.
Ding dong, Mary.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You know what? I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
I'm right here.
We all wanted to say
Cheap
that.
joke. Low-hanging fruit. None of us are talented.
Low-hanging fruit? Honey, I'm looking for one.
Absolutely.
Just kidding, I'm married.
That's true. Now, Miss Shanda, I'm afraid you were a little under the weather today.
That's true. My voice is huskier, smokier. My thighs bigger and better than ever. The body, right. The energy level, lower.
Oh.
The sinuses, through the roof.
Through the fucking roof.
But the reds, light. The light reds.
That's true.
The thoughts confused.
I've often been read by the light.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Read by the flash.
intellectual
let me
humor.
tell ya.
That's right. That joke was for intermediate audiences. Well, Miss Kebby,
Hi.
thank you for joining us on this wonderful podcast.
I begged and pleaded, and now I know where Shanda lives.
Mhm.
So that's gonna pay off in spades.
It
Come
sure
over for the session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a processional woman.
That's right.
Because there's a church across the street.
Something about you makes me feel like a processional woman. Because I pray for you.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name,
Wait,
put a hat on.
Put a fucking hat on, Rogue. I'm not afraid to say names. That's why I came here today. I got nothing going on. I'm gonna start some drama. I voted no for Jane Smoker for Empress 46.
Oh, the paws and claws are out.
Yeah. Pause.
Pause. I'm giving pause for this moment.
That's right. To collect my thoughts and to really get looped up and ready.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of drag legacy and family and tradition,
Heard of it?
when did you do all of this nonsense?
So I was active in the Vancouver drag scene from about 2014 to 2017. And then I said, why the fuck? Like, why?
Why do we do this?
Why, you're telling me I can get 2 free drinks at $11.81? Let's embarrass ourselves.
Absolutely.
Let's have fun.
Yeah.
And also, like, you know, like, I'm not a typically great, like, I'm not within the confines of great performance.
I would say memorable performance.
Memorable,
Yeah.
yes.
Flexible, maybe.
Maybe. But tippable, no. No.
I mean, tipping over,
Yeah,
for sure.
Tipping, yeah, I'm probably most famous for spinning around railings. And that move was appropriated by Miss Pum Pum Delights,
Ooh.
Princess of Reign 47. If you don't know, you know, the Empress system, we're not even gonna call it Empress anymore because it's 2019 dolls.
It's the imprexical system.
The imprexical system. There's something there. There's a joke we can build on here, but I'm shouting at the microphone, so there's no air in the room.
But I love it.
But if there was air in the room, we could make a joke about how that sounds like testicles.
We could,
But
but we won't.
But we won't.
But we don't.
But we
But we
don't.
won't.
because drag is for every body.
Yes.
So yeah, I did drag for like a couple of years, and it was really fun because I got to like stare at my mental illness right in the face and say, "Come over here a minute. Let's hang out. Let us create some psychologically damaging decisions.
Yes.
Let's put too much importance on the opinions of others. Let's also not sleep. Let's do some drugs.
Ooh.
Oh, spicy. Just weed. Just weed, don't worry. And I'll never touch the stuff again.
Electric chair.
Electric chair.
chair.
Worms for brains.
Oh my god.
It's the night of the worm moon, I do believe.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, we gotta
So-
celebrate.
Sorry, I interrupted your train of thought. I do that. That's my thing.
Yeah, well, I didn't really have a train of thought. I was kind of like stalling.
What we're like.
Stalling.
I like to derail,
Yeah, derailing's very important.
if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. Jane, I know you know what I mean.
I love this.
That's your mother you're talking about.
Heard of it?
Heard of it?
Yeah.
Heard of it.
Apparently.
So I am. No one else likes to know this. No one else likes to, talk about this. I am a member of the House of Smoker, secondhand House of Thyme. And if anyone recalls Brat Pack 2007, Shanda, I believe you do.
Oh, yeah,
When you
absolutely.
had Carmela as your daughter.
Yeah.
But I remember it was after, y'all had casted before the show had aired. And I'm in the bathroom, drunk, gabbing to the girls. I say, yeah, I got picked for Jane, but I want it to be Shanda. And then the stall opens. Jane walks through, says, thanks, bitch.
No, you
Yes,
didn't say that.
I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Everybody
Has
been. Everybody just wanted to wear a dusty wig and some flats.
And I still did. But, I tried a white eyebrow. And that's why I didn't want to do Jane. I can't do a white eyebrow.
Oh my
It's
god.
so tough. That was my favorite Jane era.
She had a great look.
Oh, the blonde eyebrow era that was the selfie book era.
Yeah, I had one of
that
those.
era.
I had the selfie book. Jane gave it to me, and then I lent it to Jem as like a prop for her number because she was doing 22 by Lily Allen.
I'm sure
saying,
you got
haha,
that back.
Jane's at. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just gave away my whole story.
Yep, I interrupt, I derail.
I gave away the whole. You gave away the whole story.
Yeah.
I love that. Goodness. You know, you started doing drag a long
No, girl, how long?
time ago. And I'm wondering, what was like the first year that you started performing?
Okay, performing and doing drag are different years.
Okay.
I like to count my drag years as of performing because I don't want to date myself.
Okay, let's do that instead.
It's been at least 4 years. So, when I first started getting into drag, I saw season 5 of Drag Race and said, "Oh, you know that Alaska bitch? I want that. I'll take that one." So, I went to all the girls. Okay, do you guys remember this? All the girls would go to fucking a Bantu to buy their wigs.
Oh, yeah.
I sure do.
I got one from a Bantu.
Yeah, I got one dusty ash blonde, little shitty ass, hard front.
A
And said,
natural.
"This is worth $80. Thank you, Abantu."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, my first time performing was Mr. Mix Cobalt of whatever year was before you did it. What year did you do it?
I did it 3 years ago. So that would have been was it?
16?
No, maybe
14.
2017.
2017.
That sounds more realistic.
That doesn't sound realistic to me though. I feel like
I'm 22. I did it when I was 19. That's 3 years ago.
so. It was 18 years ago.
14 years ago. So you did it the year before me.
Yeah, I did it the year before Amy Ground Beef. And if any of our listeners, do you have a fan base name yet?
Not yet.
Not
but
yet.
We're basically the working title is our laggers.
Our laggers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we're
What
gonna-
did you just call me?
Oh, our lag hags.
Our lag hags.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot.
That is much.
Laggers, I feel like is almost that just feels like a slur. So
That's
let's
dicey.
go. Yeah, let's go with lag hags. There we go.
Yeah.
So if any lag hags want to do the math, hit us up in the DMs of our Instagram account, which is it's just Rogue, and let us know how many years it's been since drag has completely revolutionized your life.
Sound off in the comments.
So I have this tendency to bomb anything that I apply any sort of pressure to.
Right.
So that was my first time performing, but I had gone out a few times prior. I don't know if you know a certain Jane Smoker.
Heard of it.
Maybe.
She had this show, Cherry Pop, down the street from me,
Oh.
from my abode, and I said, I want to go to that. And
What
so
was
then,
the show? What is Cherry Pop?
so she would, take these totes, not drag doing guys, such as Scott Loudon, who she turned into Solange Farewell.
Probably one of the best drag names.
I just got that name literally 3 months ago.
You're this many years old and you got Solange Farewell.
This many.
I adore that for you.
It means so long farewell.
That's very
Yeah.
good.
And then what was Owen Ellis? Owen Ellis was Olin DeGenelis or something akin to that, which I actually I salute
yeah.
that. I
What's
salute
his
that
name?
name.
Daniel P2 was...
Daniel too, who was also name dropped last episode for you lag hags.
That's true. He's
remember
got
that?
a new album out under Orville Peck. It's pretty good.
And he has 50K a verse before the album was out.
Oh my
But
god.
He has 50 what?
50K before a verse.
no album
No
out.
album out. I'm pretty sure there's a Nicki Minaj reference in there.
I was just invited to make Nicki Minaj references with our good friend Amy Ground Beef.
It's true.
And it also birthed a certain Kendall Jendier.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. I thought you guys were just building up to it, but you sounded genuinely surprised.
Did you go to the first Cherry Pop?
Who was the first one? I know I
In
went.
Dragoons.
Probably. I don't know.
Because the first night, we were all going, and I say we, just a bunch of other dragons, put on our nice hats.
Nice hats. Only the
And-
finest hats will do for us.
We got a stretch, and I think Jane might have booked it for all of us and just gave us the VIP. So just
Oh my god.
stacked the upper balcony of the Fox with drag queens to watch the first show, and then
Thanks, Sydney Gregoire.
Yeah, and then I only ever went back out of drag.
Yeah.
Because I needs to get paid.
Yeah. And
I'm putting on a hat and a ring.
And now I've learned that, but at the time I was, very desperate to show, hey look how shitty my makeup is, please notice me. And I see that in a lot of twinks today, and I love it.
Oh, so that's great. So you would come to the show in drag?
Yeah, I would go to things that I didn't need to be in drag for, and go in drag, and be like, please notice me.
That's how it was done before, though, because
Yeah.
because there was this.
And it still is, I mean,
yeah. Exactly. When you're new to the scene, it's like, if you don't do that, literally, how is anyone going to book you because they don't fucking know you?
If we only see you on Instagram, then it's like, oh, another Instagram queen. But if you go out
and then you have Ariel Versace.
Right, oh.
Yeah. But then this leads me into one of my other going out experiences before I had performed. I double stacked my blonde wig. I got a shitty Topshop romper with my tits out. One eyelash because the other one didn't make it to the club. Debora Thyme was performing at Fortune SoundCloud. And I said, okay, girls, we're going to go to Fortune. I'm going to go in drag. It's going to be hot. So we get there, and they're opening, they're introing. They said, okay, bitch, we're going to get 2 girls lip syncing to this D Antwoord song. And I know what you're thinking, Kevin. Did you do it? No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. But do you know who did?
Kathy.
Do you know who had their drag debut that night that I probably should have had my drag debut?
Who?
We need to know.
The only Alona Verley.
Shut up.
Yes. And I know what you're thinking. If you two started at the same time, why is your drag so much better than hers? I said, that's fucking ignorant.
It is.
Because you know that, I'm a big Alona truther. I think she's truly
That's actually very
stunning.
True.
Yeah.
You are a big Alona truther.
I'm a big Alona truther.
Okay.
But yeah, and she killed that D Antwoord number. But I was in the audience, doing my 2-step, my Proud Mary choreo.
I love your little shuffle. It's my favorite drag move.
Well, that shuffle I was doing was a big David AV Club era moment.
Right.
But thank you.
Because if I have to think of you, it's Princess Peach in the sparkly pink platforms. Yeah. And it's just a little.
I don't own sparkly pink platforms.
It's just a little shimmy back and forth.
Yeah.
Just a little something. And then a wink, and then an uncomfortable sweat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's everyone.
Yeah. It's that, and then beneath that is the House of Edwards, arms side to side.
Yeah.
And then it's the Eureka O'Hara, throw the whip up, and then pull it down.
I take off the sign that says the big girl, and I take it off and it says wins.
Yes.
Exactly. So you had Cherry Bomb, where you would go in drag.
Yeah, I think once or twice with my friend Jessie Tyler, who then moved cities and became a very famous mua.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jessie's fantastic.
Yeah, great. I mean, I've been talking to her a long time.
Yeah.
But
she's really great. If you're listening, which you're not, XO.
Yeah. And then you had, you would go to things in drag, but when did you actually, what was the first, what would you say is Kebby's real debut?
Yeah, it was definitely Mr. Miss Cobalt that one year we were trying to dismantle and figure out. But there's something that's timeless about my drag. It always looks like someone who's young and experienced.
It's true.
So yeah, that was that, and I flubbed terribly, and I should have known that I was gonna flub terribly because I said, let's do an Iggy Azalea mix. Let's do an Iggy Azalea mix. That sounds so smart and poignant and current. And so I did my Iggy Azalea mix. I got my friend to, go through it, and she had to listen to it in her fucking super alternative space, checking my mix, and all the other people who shared it were just walking and be what the fuck are you fucking making? Because it sampled little dubstep.
Oh yeah.
Sampled little dubstep. I didn't know that I don't have the cardio for anything above 45 beats per minute. Mm-hmm. Now I'm
a
really
natural heartbeat.
A natural heartbeat. I don't have the cardio for anything above a natural heartbeat, and even that's a stretch. So it tale as old as time. New girl walks out, her wig falls off, she's flopping and flailing. It's cute. I was the last person eliminated first week before they announced who carried on. That is not a shout out to Carrie Dawn, another iconic local drag queen who I do not know at all.
I think the first time I saw you perform was probably, it was at 1181, and you performed I'm Just a Girl.
I looked really hot that night too. So yeah, I did that. I don't know why.
Was that it? So it was a Shame Spiral that was hosted by someone else.
Yeah, Katie.
Was it me?
Yeah, I was like...
It was probably Katie Harry. She was the first queen to ever pay me.
I'll smell her.
I loved that. So that's, I think, where I saw you first, and you did look really hot that night. And I remember that was, I think, around this... That was, like, the time where I first, like, saw you perform and really fell in love with what you do. You have a very... The thing is about a Kebby performance that, like, we can laugh and kiki about it, but there is something very unique about your stage presence. It's aggressive, it's silly, it's fun, but you're still very feminine, and it's, like, a very interesting experience. You're a pretty girl.
I'm a pretty girl.
You're a pretty girl.
You know, me, yourself, and Cynthia were at Earl's the other day, as one does, and we did establish that we're the last femme queens of a generation, and I think that's hot. I think that's sexy, because ultimately, this is kind of why I stepped back from drag, if we're being sincere, if we're having a candid moment.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I do drag because there's, like, a deep-set gender dysphoria I don't want to acknowledge. I got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, super hot, super sexy.
Super hot and super sexy.
Super hot, super sexy.
Not an uncommon thing for a lot of people who get up in quiche, figure it out.
No, and I think it's important to acknowledge, like, when we do put, like, the thing about drag is it has to come from somewhere. So whatever the references you're pulling, it is coming from some part of you. So I think for
the whole.
Yeah, the whole, exactly, from the whole up. For you, it's been great because I love watching you kind of pull.
The patch.
Yeah, pull the patch, and your references have always been very fun.
Well, we have very similar references, which is funny because you're, like, 6 years younger than me.
Yeah. In age, but not in spirit.
In spirit, it's a good. I'm the younger sister by a good 25 years.
Yeah, I love that movie.
The hit Hallmark
with
film.
Brett Kavanaugh.
Brett Kavanaugh, Jesus Christ. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, I hate this bitch.
I hate this bitch.
I like watching you perform because it's dangerous.
It's truly dangerous.
But you're super femme.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Your hat is always lush and stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me of Scary Spice, but without the horns.
Sometimes.
Oh, but I bring the horns into
sometimes
it.
With the horns.
That's because I can't keep the hair out of my face. So the horns were truly a genius invention.
Yeah.
I remember one of the earliest compliments about my drag I've taken to heart was from a certain Carmela Bart. And she said, "Who did your wig?" Because I had two shitty ass fucking what was that costume shop on Main called?
Oh, Burjous?
No. On, like, Main and Broadway, New York Novelties.
Oh,
I
forgot about New York Novelties.
Oh, how could you forget? Where do you think Jane got her iconic, like, Thanksgiving looks from?
Oh, every Halloween hat that I ever bought in my entire life.
So I had two Halloween hats stacked upon each other. I remember the first time I saw you perform, you did Bubble Pop Electric, also at probably some sort of a Shame Spiral moment, and I was sitting with my partner at the time, Jacoby Dogtooth, and he said, "I like that she doesn't move her tongue when she lip syncs." And you never lip synced after that.
That's actually so funny. I remember you being there that night, and that was a very important Shame Spiral for me. That was the first time I had done a spotlight after the Cobalt.
Oh, okay.
So this was this was a big one.
Oh no, actually I think I saw you out in Miss Cobalt. But
yeah.
For the sake of continuity.
Let's just go with
continuity breakfast.
I love every single drag name you've mentioned tonight. We're gonna have a running tally at the end of this for all of the amazing Kebrietta drag names that we dropped. I was so nervous because, as anyone who knows me knows, I'm a big weird Jane nut. I'm a big
nut for Jane.
Nut for Jane.
N space U space T.
Yeah, disgusting. But no, I love her so much, and she came with and she tipped me $20. I know.
A 20.
So many cum jokes that I made in that short period of time that I did not want to acknowledge.
Yeah.
So thank you for both acknowledging it.
Yeah.
We made eye
Jane-
contact and it was sexy.
Jane did come for me, and she paid me $20. But no, that was a great night.
I remember the first time I got tipped a 5 by Jaylene, that good pity 5 that Jaylene loves, and it truly did mean the world to like see like a veritable icon, say aw, you tried,
Keep going.
keep going,
Love that keep going 5.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Sank encouragement. That's what we're all about.
I don't think Jane's ever tipped me, but
Never. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the only drag child of hers that Jane has never penetrated.
We're getting all the true tea tonight, honey.
Yeah.
I love this hot goss.
This is herbal. This is Rubois.
Ooh.
This is mint.
Yeah, this is what you.
I don't got any maca maca.
God.
I'm gonna use the
Yes,
restroom.
we're
I
gonna
take a hot break.
We're gonna take a
short
quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. The following broadcast is brought to you by Abantu Wigs.
Oh my goodness. Amantha?
Oh my god, it's so good to see you, Kathy.
I can't believe I see you here on this beautiful day and this gorgeous new hat.
Well, thank you so much. I do love a good hat. I do love good style.
You're gonna have to tell me right now, you filthy bitch, where you got this hat.
I would never, but I will for the sake of time.
If I held a knife to your dick, would you tell me?
Oh, just this once.
Oh.
This stunning, silky, silky hat is actually from Ubuntu.
How do you say that again?
Ubuntu.
One more time.
Ubuntu.
A Bantu?
That's how the locals say it. And let me tell you, when I want to look silky and sexy for my favorite chasers, I go straight to Ubuntu. They've got all your favorite colors, hard fronts. They'll make sure you look extra sexy for your important night.
Now how much would one person have to pay for one of those silky fronts?
Well, it depends. If you're a cheap fuck, maybe $80. But if you really want to get crazy, $150 for a crunchy lace.
That sounds exactly what I'm looking for. How do I get there?
I don't know. Google it, you fuck. But listen, Kathy, if you use our exclusive code, you can get 50% off Abantu right now.
50 Bantu bucks off?
That's right. You just type in dragleg on your online order.
Perfect. I'm doing it now.
Love it.
Well, now we're back here in the studio. It's so good. And I have one pressing question to get to first before we move on to the next segment.
Please do.
Katharina,
Yes.
can you tell me the first time that you walked for Evan Clayton?
Actually, I work for Peter Zuk Couture. I have an exclusive contract.
Oh, okay.
No, it's funny. I've actually always wanted to walk for Evan Clayton, but I don't have any credence, class, fittable body, custom couture, gigs, disposable income. And he just doesn't like me. No, actually, Evan Clayton and I actually do get along quite amicably.
He lives down the street, so we can go
He
knock on
does.
their
I've been
door.
to his house.
I only know that they live in the neighborhood because when I pop onto Scrufferina once in a while, I see Evan's photo there.
Who isn't looking for thirds? In this economy, with real estate the way it is,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
honey.
And you voted for Christy Clark.
And I voted for Christy Clark, and I'd do it again. Do you know why? Stephen Harper's hot. Sue me. I don't give a fuck. Nope.
Work, bitch.
That got no laughs for the room. Let's just make that clear. I am actually not a conservative. I'm politically ignorant, and that's why I'm not a member of the Darlings.
Stephen Harper.
Oh, bitch. No, I like that one. No, I want to, for those of you who that weren't here, when we took that break, I just want to remind everybody, that Kevin walked full force into a door and peed in a dark bathroom. And
I turned the light on.
I live in a studio apartment. There's only 4 corners that you could take a piss in, and she picked the darkest one.
And I'm really proud of her.
Oh my god, this one time I like drank a Mojito Fireball, then like pissed in Jake's studio.
Just on the floor.
I had like a dream where I thought I was outside.
I love that. What? Oh my god.
I hate to like keep bringing that era up, but it was truly an iconic era.
But that's when I met you, because we hung out one time with young Jonathan to watch a movie, which became one of my most favorite movies of all time.
Oh, I don't remember
called
this.
Leave Her to Heaven.
Oh, I remember seeing that because he said it's a really great movie. It's vintage.
Yeah.
It's vintage.
It's crazy. It's a fantastic
Please
movie.
come to this movie. It's at the Cinema Check. They do popcorn with yeast. That is the same voice as my Cher impression.
It's actually funny because Jake and Cher sound exactly alike.
And they both are great singers.
It's true.
I went to Cher and Cyndi Lauper opened for her, which is like, that's iconic.
That's iconic in itself.
But what's that like faggoty Cindy anthem, True Colors or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, yeah.
And my mom also went, but we didn't go together. She was with her homophobic friends. And she texted me during that because she didn't want to say it too loud so her friend could say it. She said, "This is my song for you."
Aww.
Aww.
Nice.
That's very cute.
She was like 2 people away from you and just
Yeah.
texting you.
Yeah.
So
I love my gay son, just not in public.
I love my gay son, but we don't have shared interests. Shared interests.
I
There's a
got
joke.
it. I got it.
I didn't.
I was snap out of it.
Snap out of it.
that was good.
She shakes with age.
You know.
That is a Delta Works Season 3 reference, you guys.
How dare you dig that from the depths of drag culture?
Oh.
And that's all I have, is I'm not particularly good at drag or entertaining, but I do have a in-deep vernacular of niche drag race references that don't land with anyone except the people on this podcast. And that's why we have 60 views and you don't.
Exactly. You can take that to the bank.
Because this is our podcast
And not yours.
Wait, what? I still pay for Wow Presents. I still pay for Wow Presents.
Oh, you're that faggot.
Yes. If anything, that's a step more mask for me.
You know, what's funny is I just started paying for Wow Presents.
Oh.
Like a month ago.
What a special journey for you.
Yeah, I really am late to the party.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Queen of the party.
Queen of the party, Miss Mayhem Miller Girl.
Turn the party.
Ooh. You know, there's actually something that brings us all together, and a big reason why we wanted to have you on the podcast, Kevin, because Drag Lag is really about how we're out of it and not doing drag as often as we used to.
Yeah.
You, my darling dear.
My darling dear, I can't stand it when you're near.
You took a bit of a break. You took a hiatus, and you said, "I'm done." When was this? Because, I mean, we've talked a lot about this. One of, honestly, a very iconic time Vancouver drag, which was basically 2015 to, like, 2018, which is when you left. What made you stop?
I mean, like, I have this tendency, if I am doing one number for a show, one fucking 3.5-minute lazy ass toot scoot step bop, I will be anxious and worrying about it and overthinking it for the entire time beforehand. And is it worth, like, the $10 you make after expenses? You're like, oh yes, honey, I'm getting $50 just to show up and turn the party. But no, you gotta buy fucking new tights. You gotta restock. You gotta get a cute look together.
She needs lashes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she needs lashes. I mean, no, she doesn't need lashes, but she needs lashes.
But she needs lashes.
And it's not particularly worth it.
Certainly financially, there's not a lot of gain.
Financially, there's not a lot to gain, but there is a lot to lose because you tend to put everything else on the back burner. You say, oh, Miss Honey, I'm going to be locally gay famous. And, do you know who else is locally gay famous? Quanta Style. And how can I top that?
It's true. Quanta style.
Pretty easily.
She's down. You'd be surprised. She do like to get topped.
In this economy, bottoms. Are you telling me there's an ample supply of bottoms in this scene?
I have some good news for you.
We're all very insecure. Now, are you a bottom or are you insecure?
What did
Take the quiz.
you dirty bitch. The funniest thing you've ever said was just last week. You're like, bottoms, can you actually feel your prostate or is it an identity thing? How dare you?
How dare I? But like,
Was it just the money, or was it like was there a bit of, and I know we really, really briefly touched on, because I know this is obviously a sensitive subject, we don't need to get into it, but we did talk a little bit about, gender expression and how that comes to that. Was that also a part of leaving?
oh, that was for sure a part of it. I was like, oh, I'm not doing drag because I like to perform. I'm doing it because I'm like, I'm
enjoying this female.
I want to be a woman, kind of. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, what would change about me? Like, really nothing.
Right.
And I don't like to very much talk about the whole non-binary thing because I don't think my 2 cents are that valuable.
Right. You just don't. For you, it's more just a sense of you don't feel that you didn't feel like that was the label for you.
I just like to just hang out and have a good time and not talk about who I am.
Well,
because I'm deeply insecure.
Well,
Glad you came on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Perfect first cast.
Yeah.
Perfect for forecasting.
I love it. No, but that's fair. I mean, I think a big thing too is I can say for myself that I think part of the reason why I am so attracted to drag, period, is because it's a really safe way to express all of those little pieces of yourself, and as you say, staring your mental health in the face. Oftentimes it does come up. But the great that comes up with it, a lot of the time the really bad stuff comes up too, so it can be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
So that's fair. I mean,
I definitely, when I was in my early 20s, always wanted to wear heels or more feminine clothing, but I lived in Halifax, and so it was, you wouldn't do that there.
And 22 Minutes wasn't hiring.
Exactly. Rick Mercer was the only faggot in that town, baby.
I didn't know he was a faggot for so long.
Oh my god, open your eyes.
It all I know. I know, it's because my dad liked him, so I was like, oh,
Yeah.
can't be.
Must be
Rick
one of the rules.
Mercer's rant on a sideways camera angle, and he just complained about topical news.
Diva-isms.
That is a diva, through and through.
Dawn Diva.
But the Dawn Diva.
The Dawn
Yeah.
Diva.
But yeah, I always wanted to wear some girly stuff, and I'd love to wear some eyeliner, a little bit of makeup, but I never fully went for it. And then I remember doing a thing before they had Mr. Miss Cobalt. They had other mini pageants or one night things.
And you pulled them.
I pulled them. I won one of them.
You won a pageant.
I won. I think it was a ball that they had. I think it was a love ball or something.
You went to
But
Vienna.
I won it was Butch Queen first time in drag that I won. So then all I did was put on
and
a
you
dress
said
wig.
Butch Queen second time in a drag. Thank you.
And I was like, thank you, I have worn a dress before.
Right.
So then I once I had been doing drag for a while, I hate feeling feminine.
Right.
That's a weird way to put it. I just don't have a feminine energy. I'm flamboyant for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't like wearing women's clothing.
Right.
I don't like wigs. I mean, I heel once in a while, but they're impractical.
True.
Yeah. So the whole thing, I was just it's more of being a
I
clown.
have a flat shoe to dodge these chasers.
Let me tell you. I have had my fair share of chasers.
Yeah, no, that's so funny. I mean, even for me, where I find that I have this very intense feminine energy, and at times I'm always open to the fact that the biggest thing for me is I'm never going to settle, especially at this point in time. I'm I don't know enough about myself to know exactly what's going to happen in 10 years, so I'm just always going to be open to the fact that I'm the reason I'm kind of trying to reconnect with drag too is because I feel leaning into it is helping explore those things a bit more and be a bit more open to the fact that clearly there's things about myself that I don't know, and it's very fun. It's a fun way to explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a channel to all these feminine traits about myself that I felt an everlasting guilt about,
Yes.
and that I felt that I couldn't have, but I knew that I had. So it was a chance to be you know what, here they are, on the table, boom pow, shakak shakak. And like that's like it's like super empowering. But like you said, I don't know where it'll be in 10 years.
Yeah.
It's an ever-going exchange and self-discovery process.
No, I mean we all took a bit of a break. And
Oh
now-
yeah, for sure.
I mean, do you? Well,
No one missed me. They missed you guys.
They keep dragging me back in.
You know.
I'm like, haha, yeah, no, I'm not doing drag. Seriously, you guys. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, Kev.
And you're like, nah, bitch, this is a threat.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it anymore. Crickets.
Crickets.
I bet you think you're John Wayne.
How do we feel about Casey Musgraves?
Love her, absolutely.
Love her.
I had a country music drag party in this city. You're gonna tell me
I
don't
went
love
to
Casey
that.
Musgraves?
Adore Belantro went to that, and I
True.
wrote the bowl.
Did she not Belantro somebody in the bathroom, I heard? Was that not the rumor?
Yeah, I mean, that's the rumor in every city, and it's true in
Oh,
every
okay,
city.
great. Yeah.
But I do remember attending before cowboy hats were like a hot, like, yes, Gaga boots, house down, paws up.
Before the spirit of Joanne possessed us all.
Baby, I knew the first Joanne.
Oh.
I was on that train.
That's right.
Okay.
You said, cut off those hands, girl.
Yeah.
Your art's no good anyways.
Wow.
Girl.
Yeah, so wherever we were at before that, we all take breaks.
Yeah, sometimes
We all need some breaks. Yeah, I took a break from drag to start having sex with women, so
I remember that.
pretty
I
a wild
said-
time.
Yeah.
I remember because sometimes like to ask the girls for the tea. I asked for the tea. I said, Jane, why'd Shanda quit? She said she's slanging pussy.
It was true.
It was
True.
yeah, there's no punchline. That was just true. I
Yeah.
love it.
How was that for you, actually? What was... Did you find that was well received?
I
By
would
a
say
woman, yes.
by a woman. Well, a couple would say not so much. I would say it was like a 50-50, 60-40 in like it was mostly good, and then every once in a while there'd be some weird shady comments or like oh well, you know, she's living her own life now. Something that sounds nice and you're like, I know that's not correct.
Right.
But like to what the two of you were saying,
Yeah.
where you know you have like you've discovered some channels for feminine energy, and you know like you saying, oh, I don't know what the next 10 years could bring me. You're open to it.
Yeah.
Well, I for sure thought that I was gay for 8 years, and then discovered, well, that's not the tea. So
It's so easy to just say, yep, gay, faggot, let's roll.
it's so easy to do black and white, gay, straight, this is it, and really, like, we should give ourselves credit. Like, you know, in another 10 years, I could be, like, locked down with some 20-year-old twink, and that's, like, going to be the rest of my life.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's okay.
Totally fine.
Sounds terrible.
I could start living full-time, too.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. But, I mean, I would be open to it, because I don't think there's anything wrong, like, with it.
Yeah, it's true.
I think that everybody should be open to that, because we all have little inclinations here or there. And I think where a lot of people get, shitty about things, or, I mean, like where homophobia comes from, is people just not being able to accept that, yeah, you might have looked at a guy's ass and liked it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're, house down the boots, faggot in the hole.
This
Yeah.
one goes out to you, Trevor Risk.
Someday you'll bag that boy.
I put on the Daphne wig. Do you like it?
How dare you?
Oh, I love it. Actually, I can't believe we haven't touched on this. Okay, I have to say, one of the things that I wanted to do for this episode that I did not do and I did not deliver on for myself was not be drunk, and I apologize. But one thing I have to say is I can't believe the first thing I didn't mention was the fact that we all did disco together at the Fox.
Well, I thought we were going to get to it.
Oh my God. Well, we're at the perfect mark.
This is the time.
This
We
is
did
the
just
time.
intro the whole shebang.
Oh my God. Okay.
So, Trevor Risk and Shanda were throwing a series of disco parties.
And Krista.
And Christabel, who is an iconic Vancouver legend.
And DJ Jeff Leppard.
And DJ Jeff Leppard as well. And as you can tell, I'm really good at socializing with everyone involved in a function. So, how did this all go down? Because I don't actually know. I just showed up and said, woo!
Well, I think I quickly mentioned it on the last episode, on the pilot. But a couple years ago, we had done a disco party, me and Jeff and Daniel, P2.
Yeah, rough trade?
Rough trade. And we did...
I attended one, I think.
I think so. We did 5 or 6 of those. And then didn't do that, then stopped. And then Trevor took over programming at the Fox and really liked the idea because he's a big disco queen.
It's true.
Krista loves disco, loves house music. So, and then Jeff was totally down to, because he lives in Victoria, but he was like, I'll come back every month to do this party. So I said that I would be the mistress of ceremonies, and that I didn't want it to be like a drag performance. I said I just want to have a bar night where we listen to fun music, but drag queens will be there to add some atmosphere.
Right.
And I'll take party photos. So I brought my little Polaroid for like the first couple parties.
Right.
And then I got really high one night and broke it. And then we stopped doing that. But I was in drag, I think, for the first 3 or 4, and then didn't want to do that.
I remember you having like an eyeshadow on.
Yeah, it got progressively less draggy, and then it was just more faggy.
Yeah.
But I got in touch with 2U, Cinnamon Winters, Va Va Voom,
Boom.
and Poison Apple.
2 icons, literally, and I mean, Poison, who is my drag mom, prettiest makeup on fucking Facebook.
Ridiculous.
And actually, Cinnamon is, I would say, when we talk about drag makeup, like DRAG makeup, like, no one does it like Cinnamon. No one does drag like Cinnamon. Cinnamon is actually like
Capital D drag.
capital D drag. That
Absolutely.
is high caliber drag.
Yeah, that's a bar that's been set.
And who messaged to be on the podcast, and I can't wait to have.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait to hear the Cinnamon stories. Oh my god.
Now that's a veritable gold mine.
Mo Bounce.
Mo Bounce.
Mo Bounce in the
Mo Bounce.
motherfucking house.
the only Iggy Azalea reference. Oh my god. But yes, so you got in contact with 2 icons, Poison and Cinnamon.
Yep.
And then I believe it was Cinnamon who reached out to you. No, it was so much fun. And then we would. I always loved like going because you always turn such fun looks.
Yeah, it was like the perfect time to like throw together like your dumbest possible look. You don't have to prepare a number. You just get to like go have a good ass time. And that was like really like game changing for me, is to not be like, oh, I have to hit this mark and this mark and this mark and pick this number. Oh, where's the fucking quirky edit? Where is your fucking quirky mega mix? Download Audacity right now. And just to like show up and like have fun, and like that's what I'm here for.
That's
like,
Yeah,
I got my
that was,
life.
That was a big
That was my
thing
golden
for us.
era.
Yeah, because the parties, when Trevor took over programming the parties there, him and Krista, their whole thing was like, well, we just want to have like nights that our friends want to come to.
Yeah.
Because if you book a party or if you're in a show or whatever, it's sometimes hard to get your friends out. They live, in Hastings Sunrise, your party's on Main Street, getting home after midnight is a bit of a dice roll. But if you make the party fun, it's to shake the dice, steal the rice, Santino. Santino Morella coming out after the party. People want to come and have a nice time. And who doesn't love disco? I like to credit the 4 of us, the people here at this table, and Jeff, Krista, Trevor, and myself.
So 4.
So 4 of us. 6.
Cinnamon, Poison.
6, 7, 8, 9. Plus
throw CG in there.
Diva, Kevin Wolfhard.
That's right.
Diva, Kevin Wolfhard, my queen.
We I feel like we brought disco back to the city, or at least to Main Street, because that party's still going on. None of us go there in the Guiche anymore, or at all.
Yeah.
And it's still packed every weekend. Disco's a hot look.
It's true.
So everybody, take a note. Take a leaf, Heather. God, I mean, what else?
What else? I mean, honestly,
Who's talked to a local queen on Grindr before?
Ooh, this is a good speed round.
Oh, well, I don't. Yeah, I don't.
You don't. I don't think I've ever talked to a local on Grindr. I've seen locals on Grindr, but unless it's a fun joke between sisters, like
Okay.
I've sent dick pics to Thanks Gem.
Well, that's a choice you can't take.
Yeah, it sure is, and I'm grateful for the
opportunity.
Yeah.
I had just moved to the city. We said, okay, we're in East Van. What are we gonna do? Oh, they say they're a top. That's good enough for me. I'll take it. Yeah.
really fizzled out there.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly how it went down. It's just a big ol'...
So she never saw a hole.
I've never taken a hole pic. I only actually accidentally saw my hole in the mirror like a couple months ago.
Did it scare you?
No, actually no. I was like pleasantly surprised.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was
like,
friendly?
Yeah, she's friendly. I was like, I haven't been using Bussy Boy soap.
That's such a nice
amazing.
try.
Get in there.
Oh, get in there. How about you? You messaged any locals on the apps?
No, but I did
No trouble.
get a Facebook message from Dom Top one time of a screenshot of a Grindr profile photo that said 2 queens for you, and it was me and Carlotta from a Studio with Shanda show where we're making out with each other.
Oh.
And somebody fully used me and Carlotta as like their catfish profile, 2 queens for you, to trap dick. I have it on my phone. I will find it.
That
And
was
we'll
me.
post it online.
I was gonna say we're gonna go
This
back
is
to
this is why we're starting our Instagram account for Drag Lag, so we can post this
Oh my
screenshot
God,
every
yeah.
day.
We gotta go into the archives for each episode. Oh my god. That is funny though. I will say, you know, I have had the strangest amount of people interested in me in with the wig on, and I think that is something that like I will forever never fully understand, but I think it's wonderful. I think it's great, and if I'm here to ease people into the concept of cross-dressing, then great.
That's your impact to the
That's
world.
my impact to
Other
the
than
world.
that,
I had a cab ride home one time.
Oh, I took a cab ride home with Jem once, much after the Grindr debacle, and they dropped Jem off first, and the cab driver was like, "Oh, very pretty lady. Your girlfriend?"
Yeah.
I said yes.
Yes, I love her very much.
I love her very much. She's
I've had a lot of troublesome cab rides where
in this city.
right? If they're not creepy and like homophobic, then
I'm
they're
alarmed.
very much into seeing what's underneath the skirt.
Yeah.
And
Behind the aura.
yeah, I can't remember who I was taking a cab home with one time. Dropped them off first, and this one I lived in the West End. So it wasn't far from where I was. And between that person's house and mine, the cab driver started talking about how him and his wife are in a really bad place and that he just wishes that he had somebody to talk to. And while he was doing that, I just while he was doing that, I just slowly started to peel my wig off to try and like scare him away. And
it's turned him on more.
It did. It really did, because he stopped the car, he adjusted the mirror, and he turned off the meter. And then we talked for like 5 minutes, and then he said I was a very pretty lady, and asked me
True.
what I was doing tonight, and I said I need to go home, and then got out of the cab, and then he watched me like go inside, like it was a really like wistful like what do you want from this?
Star-crossed lovers.
You know, what do you need here? No judgment, but like, what's doing it for you? Because I'm curious.
Yeah, I get curious too. I think what it comes down to is potentially. I mean, I keep the beard on in a not. I mean, everyone
Keeps it grounded.
keeps it grounded. I think what it does is it definitely lets. There's no mystery as to what's happening for them. I think because of
There's a lot for you.
a lot for me. I'm very confused, but I think for them they understand what's happening. So I mean, I don't know. It's a whole thing. I don't know, man.
I think it's beautiful,
Yeah,
but
me
I'm
too.
just not the vessel for that journey.
Yeah.
And see, this is my problem. Is that like, I love a free ride.
Yeah.
I love a free ride, and I never get chasers.
Yeah.
I never get chasers.
But you're so hot.
I know.
It's
I
crazy.
understand that.
How come?
I may
don't
be a
know.
6 as a boy, but I'm a 7 as a woman. And I never get the fucking chasers. I don't like want to necessarily follow through with it because it sounds like terribly awkward, but like, I want a free drink. I want a fucking free drink.
Yeah.
And none of these chasers are approaching me. They're going right to fucking David. I was walking down fucking Butte Street with Miss Amy Groundbeef. I'm walking down Butte Street. I'm gowned, hair, makeup, lashes, heels. I'm walking in my fucking heels to the fucking club, even though we came from my house. I could bring my fucking travel flats. And this car pulls up to us. Looks just You think I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with all this. I'm on my way to a very important gigorama.
Yeah, I don't have time for these men.
Hey, bearded faggot.
He did not.
What you doing tonight? Where's the party? I'm over here gowned. She's in a fucking windbreaker. She's in a windbreaker. Not even, are we even wearing a wig? No.
I think if I remember correctly, I wasn't even wearing a wig and fucking like Nike Air Monarchs.
Fucking Air Monarchs and some liner.
Yeah.
And she's fucking getting the fucking random trade.
Yeah.
Are my gowns for nothing? Are my gowns for nothing? I paid Evan Clayton $500
For that
and
gown.
I can't even get a fucking cat call in this industry.
Are you gonna say what you're excited about? I want to know what's the future for you in drag.
That's more important to me.
I have one show next week, which will be like 3 months after this airs.
So even if you were gonna do drag or not, doesn't
Yeah.
have to be on the table. What would you like to see happen in drag locally?
Well, first and foremost, let me roll it back and make it about me. Is I want to find a way to entertain and perform that's more within my element, because I'm not a fucking dancer. You think I fucking have the brain for choreo? No, I don't. I've always I want to like figure out a way to like, you know, actually use myself and my talents and what I actually got, rather than like trying to like fit my like the mold of like what a drag performance is before I like take the plunge back again.
I think for the two of us,
Yeah.
we like drag for us now is not even like an unconventional space,
It's very not.
but it's just like trying to do something like this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like just something that's a little different. That basically it's not a bar show. No shade on
Yeah.
a bar show, but
I
like
love a bar show.
I love doing them like maybe once, twice a year, but I'm over it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm really into the doing these things that are.
I don't even get like fucking free drinks.
Yeah.
Like
No.
no, like I don't know. I want to laugh. I want to live.
Yeah.
I want to pick it up.
I want to run. I want to hide.
I'm excited to see how it evolves now that it is kind of like a mainstream art spectacle. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, objectively, you have one of the funniest Twitter accounts in the history of time. You are so funny, and you're so quick, and your writing is so
I
good.
hate that you're funnier than me
I
most
am
of the time
not.
on Twitter.
It's so good. No, you really are, and you are so fucking funny. And I think what's such a treat about knowing you is sometimes.
I have weed and a keyboard.
Yes, you got weed and a keyboard, and that's where you shine. So I think with your drag, like it'll be really amazing because like I know that you're gonna connect those dots, and then you're gonna feel super confident and great in it.
Yeah,
And
it's
if
a struggle to
yeah.
like do that.
It's super
so,
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I know that that's what needs to happen. Is I need to figure out a way to actually like channel that like essence of like who I actually am with
Yeah.
like what the real world is. But I hate the real world.
Yeah.
So that's why I have such a good time ghostwriting for Amy.
It's really important for me in my career, and we all know it. I mean, some of my favorite jokes I've ever told you've written or just said, and I've taken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can count them on more than 2 hands.
Perhaps 3.
Perhaps 3 hands of my favorite stolen jokes are all from you.
But for your Twitter account, like, and even in real life tonight, you just say. And you also have a lot of references, and they're not just Drag Race. And
Most of them are,
you're-
but not all.
Most of them are, but you're also like unabashedly a faggot,
We
which
say
I
that.
love because
J'adore.
if I try to do that, it comes off very forced. I just don't have that energy about me, and I kind of wish that I did because it's hysterical to me and not in like a weird token stereotypical
Were
way.
you one of those Dame Edna faggots when you were a kid?
I have Dame Edna's autobiography.
Shut up.
Right here.
Can I take that on my way out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because my dad showed me Dame Edna, and
I went to see Dame Edna in Seattle 4 years ago with Isolde Peach and Anappropriate.
that sounds 100% correct.
Yeah, it was one of the best experiences of my life to see that man perform.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do studio with Shanda.
I know, me too.
Yeah. Well, never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen, y'all. That's a dead dream.
Yeah, much like all of mine.
If I didn't have a complete mental breakdown, maybe
Story
it
of
could
my
have
life.
happened.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
True.
A drag-fueled, community-pressured, community breakdown.
Yeah. When
I've wasted so many opportunities in my life. It's amazing.
It is amazing. Toasted.
I could have been somebody.
I closed more shows than I opened.
Mm-hmm. And that's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's something to celebrate. Well,
Shows and holes.
I think that's the end of this episode.
I think we did it.
I think we did
I
it.
think a successful second episode is in the can.
I'm so excited. Thank you for being on this episode.
I was really grateful. I can't wait to be a permanent host.
Oh my goodness.
Or like, I don't know, like some sort of PA.
Samantha B, it's been so nice.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, Kebby.
I love it.
Do you have any parting words for our fans? And your
Quit
fans?
immediately.
Quit.
Quit,
Yeah.
quit.
Sage advice.
Join the Quitters Club.
Yeah.
Doing drag is pointless now that Sage Elder doesn't go out anymore and you have no one to gas up.
I knew I set you up for that as soon as I said sage advice. I could see it. Always with the little
Titty wine. Titty wine. Y'all want some titty wine? See, that's why drag is not relevant anymore, because you're not fucking sipping out of the tit of Sage for some titty wine. I was really grateful to be on this podcast, and this time I'm not delivering that with any sort of controversial commentary. Thank you for having me on this show, you junkie whores.
Thank you for being on here.
It's been a real delight for episode 2.
I will say that if there's one thing that I wanted in episode 2, I wanted to be full throttle. I wanted to be batshit bananas, and you fucking delivered. Way to go.
Quirky.
Quirky girl.
Thanks for putting the pedal to the metal, bitch.
I pulled the badge.
Let's do a little cheers.
Alright,
Let's do a little
Clink,
cheers.
clink.
Clinky drinky.
Mm.
Mm.